I'm Rosie, and if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, Ravelry, have a look at my Etsy shop. It's all written down below in the box. Yeah, so I videoed last just before Christmas, and I was going to do another one, but I ended up getting COVID. Well, me and Aiden ended up getting COVID, and it was really bad. It ruined Christmas, and we couldn't see anyone over Christmas. And it's not just that, I was actually quite ill. I was throwing up, and I couldn't get out of bed for days, so I'm glad that's over. But it's not actually over, because I feel still like I can't breathe walking up the stairs, and then I sound really like weird, and I've got the worst sore throat still, and I've only just stopped testing positive. I did a test yesterday, and then I was negative, but I've only just stopped testing positive, which is weird because it was well over 10 days. So I got it the Tuesday before Christmas, so it was well over 10 days, but I'm still coughing, and I've still got a sore throat, and I still can't breathe walking up the stairs, and I'm puffed out talking, so it's weird, and I sound really husky, but I don't know when I'm going to get rid of it. Probably never. But yeah, it was really bad. I've never felt anything like it, because it was like flu, but then it was like the norovirus. Is it norovirus? Where you're throwing up and sickness and diarrhea. It felt like them two mixed in together. It was awful. And I got it the day that I was meant to have my 3rd injection. So how annoying is that? But yeah, so Christmas wasn't really that great. Christmas Day was good. We just chilled really, and yeah, just watched Harry Potter all day. Why not? So Christmas Day I couldn't taste my Christmas dinner, and Vimto tasted of sick. Like, it never stopped my taste totally, but I could taste a few things, but then they didn't actually taste like the real thing. So Vimto tasted of sick, and then what else? Things just tasted weird. Coffee tasted weird, but I couldn't taste my Christmas dinner at all. So yeah, all my what's it called when you don't feel like eating anyway? You lose your appetite. That's the right word. So I lost all my appetite. So we didn't really eat our Christmas dinner. I had like 1 roast potato and then put the rest in the fridge. So yeah, oh well. Hopefully next year I might actually see my family and Poppy and Daisy and that. Fingers crossed. But yeah, clear my throat. So I had quite a bit of knitting time because I couldn't do anything else. So actually sometimes, I was that ill when I had it, I couldn't knit anyway, but after that I was able to sit downstairs and knit, sort of. But yeah, so I have got one finished object, my socks from the 52 Weeks of Sock book. Of socks? 52 Weeks of Socks book. I'm getting used to following a chart, because I'm not used to following charts. So this one was off a chart, so I picked like one of the easiest ones in the book to learn to follow the chart. I get how to follow the chart, but it's remembering what every single symbol is and stuff like that. And it's just learning, isn't it? A different way of reading it, I think that's what it is. So yeah, so these are my, forgotten what you call them now, Intersection socks by Marceline Smith. And that's her socks on there, on the picture. Ooh. And they've just done it in a grey, and I probably should have done it in not speckled yarn, because you can't really see it, but I quite like the texture that it's made. If you hear people shouting and that, it's Aiden in the other room. And the dog's chewing a bone, if you can hear her chewing a bone. So these are my socks, and I've worn them and washed them, and they smell really nice. And if you can't really see the cables, but I do think it gives a nice texture, so it is worth it in the end. And this is my yarn in the Gorse Fairy yarn. Can you see the cables? Just about, can't you? Yeah, and I really, really like them. Could be one of my favourite pairs now. But yeah, so I just did. So I knit them differently. So that in that book they are bottom up, and I knit them top down because I've never knit bottom up socks, and it actually scares me. I don't know why, it just scares me. So I knit them top down, and I actually read the chart the other way around. So top down on the chart. I don't know, yeah, I think that was right. Top down. So yeah, so I cast on 64 stitches. I did a twisted rib, only a small rib, because I don't like big ribs anymore. I used to like big ribs, but I don't anymore. I did heel flap and gusset and just a normal toe. And I didn't do the pattern all the way around. I just did it on the first half of the stitches and just knit at the back. Because I like to see the wool in just stockinette. So I like to see what the speckles are like on the back and then have a pattern up the front. So I do them all like that really. I've only got a few socks with the pattern all the way around. So yeah. So I'd knit the leg longer than I usually do as well. But I think I never measure or like count the rows. I just go for it. And I think one's slightly different. But you'll never know because I do roll my socks down anyway. So to be honest, what's it flashing at? My camera's flashing at me. So it decided to pack in and not actually record anything because the internal storage was full, and that's why it was flashing at me. So, so I've just videoed the whole thing, and I'll have to go all the way back to where I left off. I think I left off at my socks. So I shall go on to whips. So I've only got one work in progress at the moment, and that is, get it back out. I don't know where I put it now. My Power and Dust Shawl by Vera Valimaki. Where are my tags gone? I've lost them. 'Cause once I've done it, I'll just chuck everything on the floor, and then I usually have them in that like organised piles, but then I just chuck them on the floor when I finish talking about them, so I'm a bit unorganised more than usual now. So, this is my Power and Dust Shawl by Vera Valimaki, and I love it. I love it. So, I have got 3 yarns I'm using. I haven't got into my third yet, but these 2 are Malabrigo, and then my other one is Hedgehog Fibres, which I'm going to blend it into, and I love these 2. So this one was my first one, and that actually doesn't have a colourway on the tag, but it is Malabrigo in the yarn Machita, because it's the singles base, and it's super squishy. So it has 2 lace sections here and here, and they are very easy lace. They're just little flowers really, but I can't remember which way is. That's the front. I prefer the back. I don't really like the front as much. Is that the front? Yeah, I like the back better because they have more definition. I think. Yeah. So as well, for some reason, my stitch count kept getting messed up. I've no idea why, because I think I was doing it right. I was increasing where I had to increase. I was doing yarn overs where I had to do yarn overs. There's nothing visibly that I can see where I was going wrong. So I don't really understand why my stitch count kept going wrong. And it got really frustrating, because it is really easy. So, but they always say that, the easiest ones always go wrong, don't they? But yeah, I really like how it's blending in. I started to fade it here, if you can see. And I love it. And it's super squishy garter stitch. The only problem is, I prefer stockinette stitch, I think. So I like having sections of garter, but I don't like all of it being garter, I've decided. This is the first thing I've knit which was all been garter, I think. I think my Midnight in Paris shawl had sections of garter stitch, but I prefer stockinette. But I just think stockinette looks neater, I think. But I really like it. I really like the colours. I like the colours I've knit with. But I got this yarn from when I went to Budapest. I went to Budapest and went to their knitting shop there, and I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, so I got them ages ago, I think, in... The dog's crying. Dottie! Come on then! She wants to get into a toy box. Oh well, I'll let her in a minute. She's got enough toys out. So, yeah, so that's that. And it's gonna feel super squishy round my neck like this, look. It's gonna be beautiful. But I like wearing them like a proper shawl because then you can see the pattern. Like a proper shawl around your back like this. Yeah, it'll look good. So I am going to blend this in with Hedgehog Fibres in the colourway Dottie! In the colourway Dragonfly, and this is Skinny Singles, so I'm going to blend that in with that, and I think it'll go quite well. Like that. Dottie! So yeah, so I'm going to blend it in with that one. And it'll look lovely. But yeah, I think if I knit it again, I would just do sections of garter and sections of stockinette stitch, because I think it would add a bit more like texture to it instead of all garter. But yeah, it'll be super squishy and soft for winter. So that's all my finished objects. So moving on to what I got for Christmas. So I got some yarn from Fluff Fibres, and in the colourway Mabon. Not sure what it says, but there it is, there. Sorry about the nails, don't look at the nails, they're hideous. And this is in their 4-ply sock, merino nylon. Yeah, and it's very Halloweeny, so I might wait till next Halloween to knit some Halloweeny socks. Don't know why I held it where. But yeah, with oranges, greens, and a bit of black in it. Love it! So that's that one. I also got this one. Now, I lost the tag for it, so my mum sent me before where it was from, because my mum bought me it. So I'll quickly get it up. Because I don't know where the tag's gone. I think I must have binned it when I was binning the wrapping paper. It must have fallen off and I binned the wrapping paper, so it must be in between it all. So this is Bonner yarns. I think it's pronounced Bonner. But they are from London and they are very, very bright. So they've got lots of bright yarns and they're very like fun yarn. So yeah, so that's that one. And this will be on sock, but I don't know because I haven't got the tag anymore. But it looks like sock yarn, doesn't it? And it's got some speckles of greens, yellows, blues in that one. The next one I've got is West Yorkshire Spinners in the Signature Sparkle in the colourway, their new colourway, Vintage Tinsel, which I can't wait to knit socks. Usually I knit myself some Christmas socks every year, but I knew I was getting this for Christmas, so I'm not going to buy another ball. So I knew I was getting it. My nana got me this. Woo. Lovely. And then I got a sweaters quantity of Rowan Valley Tweed in the colourway High Force. And I thought, when I was looking on the internet, I thought it was black, but actually it's navy blue with some red and like different colour blue speckles. But I still really like it. And I still think it would make a lovely boxy. I think I'm going to knit a boxy in it. So I've got a sweater's quantity of that. And then I got, so we do Secret Santa at work, and my friend from work got me some yarn, 2 balls of this, which I'll probably knit a chunky bobble hat. And that is Trim Cable Knit Luxury. And she also got me a knitting bag, which I absolutely love because it's massive and it holds everything. And it's spotty. And this is Rue, I think. That's the make. And it's got loads of pockets around here. I think they're like needle pockets. And it's massive. It's also got loads of pockets in the middle, and it's got opening for your yarn to put your yarn in them holes there. Yeah, I love it. It has a shoulder strap so I can carry it on my shoulder. And I love a polka dot. So I love it. So, oh yeah, I also got a new project bag. But I think it was like a makeup bag. Because it's got like a lining in that for like washing it. And this has got loads of little flowers on. And the make is Mary Ann Rogers. There. And I love it. It's very me, flowery. I love a flower. So yeah, so that's everything I got for Christmas, I think. I don't think I've missed anything. Agent got me some new lights. That's why I look so bright, because this room's quite dark. So I was struggling. I didn't have this problem in my shed, because obviously it was outside, so it had quite a bit of light coming in. But in this room, it is a bit dark, so he got me some professional light things. If I can turn the camera. There. And they're on a stand. How cool are they? And I've got two, so I've got one behind the camera. The dog's here. So I've got one behind the camera and one to the side, because I can't fit both of them in the room, because it's like the little spare bedroom that I've made into my knitting room. Dottie, I know you want to come in, but there's too many things in the way. Just stay there. Good girl. So yeah, so he got me them, and he got me a microphone. The dog's knocking the camera. I'm sorry if it's making anyone seasick. So my Aiden got me a microphone, but you can't plug it into the camera. So because I've got my dad's old camera, so I can't actually. Oh, Dottie. So I can't plug it in. I need to work out how to use it, and I probably have to get a different camera to use it probably. But I think I need a new camera anyway, because it is quite old, and the battery, it kills the battery within 5 minutes, and then I have to order a new battery. So yeah, so that's everything that I got. The dog's gonna pull everything over. You'll have to climb under. Go under. She's stuck now. Yeah, so that's all my yarny Christmas presents I got. So what I've got in the shop, I've got a few things left in the shop if you wanted to go and have a look. 'Twas the night before Christmas. I got a few skeins of them left. I have got geranium, one of them left. My mum's knitting some socks out of this at the minute, and they're lovely. Pumpkin patch. Cranberries. I really like that one as well. I like red. Winter jasmine. I'm going to knit some Rose City rollers out of some of that. Sugar plums dance in their heads. The crabapple fairy. And I think that's it. That's it. So I've only got a few skeins left if you wanted to go and have a look in the shop, and then I need to dye some more like more springy type ones. Yeah, so I think that is everything. if you wanted to go and have a look in the shop, it is written down here somewhere. Yeah. So hopefully I shall get some more knitting done to show you all. Hopefully my horrible coronavirus symptoms go. Sad. I think I'd struggle to play hockey with it. So I haven't played hockey since before Christmas, and I think I'd struggle. But hopefully it'll go soon. Yeah, so like and subscribe. Woo. Follow me on Instagram, which I'll put at the end of this. And yeah, so I'll see you next time. Bye.
It's clear to see from up here. The world seems small.